a big company. We have the laboratories for soil, fertilizer, and water analysis. The services we offer them to both small scale, large scale farmers, corporate clients, institutions, and other research organizations. We analyze the quality of the fertilizer that we take to the farmers so that we are sure that what we take to the farmers is exactly what the farmer has paid for and what the farmer is actually looking for. Our major business being the fertilizer, and that's what we are known for. Because when a local farmer, that common farmer, gets that fertilizer at the right time, at the right price, he will use it well, he'll use it timely for his own good. One, for his crop and for his farm at the onset of rains. At MEA, what we do is we try as much as possible to avail our stocks before the onset of rains. In MEA, we analyze all the major elements in the soil. Once it's done, what we normally say is it's like taking your soil to a doctor. Once you bring your soil is analyzed completely. We check on the pH, the texture, the nitrogen, the P, and all other micro elements that are in the soil. When we are doing the soil analysis, basically what we're trying to determine is the amount of nutrients that is in that soil, because the soil is the one that holds the nutrients, right? And the plant, as it grows, it utilizes the nutrients in the soil. So it's the soil that sustains or holds the food for the plant. So when we are trying to analyze that, we want to know the amount of nutrients, the food for that particular plant that is in that soil. So the plant will definitely need a total of around 16 different types of nutrients for it to grow, to achieve a given standard yield. If it has nitrogen, it will tell you the nitrogen that is needed for that crop to look healthy is this amount. The phosphorus that is needed to make it have good root system to get more nutrients from the soil is this amount. The difference, for example, if we say maybe maize will need like 60 of phosphorus, when you do the analysis we discover that it has only 20. We will advise you as MEA from the report from a laboratory that now you will need to add a nutrient equivalent to this much to raise your P from this level to the level that is required by this crop for you to achieve your maximum yield. So basically that's what we do. We advise you on the available nutrient in the soil, what you need to add up for you to attain the balanced diet for that crop so that you can have the maximum yield out of it. The MEA laboratory plays a very important role for blending plant, because what happens is once we've done the analysis, we will discover that the market fertilizers might not be ideal, they might not be complete for you to achieve that balanced diet. So what happens is from the report of the analysis, we discuss with the client that now this is what you need. Karibu, asante sana kurudi tena. Sasa mchanga wako tayari, report yako tuliangalia na tukafanya vile ulitueleza. Kwenda Moibena. Yeah.
Kwa hivyo hii maneno ya kutumia hii mbolea nyingine
ya kienyeji hiyo wacha kwanza, kulingana na ripoti utapunguza hiyo, utatumia 23-23-0 NPK.
Sasa hii kusema 23-23 inamaanisha nini?
Inamaanisha nitrogen ni 23%, phosphorus ni 23%, na potassium ni 0. Alafu kuja kutopress, sasa hiyo utatumia 100 kilos per acre. You 23-23-0. So when you tell her that now you need this kind of fertilizer, now your soil is deficient of this and that, all right? So what we do is we try to make a blend. We come up with a formulation. From those results, we calculate back some percentages to come up with an NPK fertilizer that will suit your soil. Now what happens is once we come up with that formulation, we try to look for compatible fertilizers to come up with what we call a blend. Now, once we've come up with that formula, we go now to the factory to source for the materials, and then we feed in the computer, and then we produce a blend. Now that one will be a custom blend. It will be for you and your soil regime. It cannot be used by anybody else, because now you cannot take it and give it to somebody else who does not have similar soil regime. So if your soil has such kind of a condition, we can come up with such kind of a blend, and then we will give you, and it will be ideal for your soil. Those farmers who have come up with their soils to a laboratory, and we've done the soil testing for them, and we've given them the recommendation, they've realized a great improvement in yield. For one, most of them, they've moved out of the traditional fertilizers to blends that are accustomed to their crops, that are accustomed to their soil, so that they are realizing great yields in their fields. They are now enjoying farming, so to say. Farming is a wholesome thing. Whether you're doing dairy farming or just a crop farmer, all of them are farmers. A dairy farmer will benefit from it in several ways. When he's planting fodder, at a given point, when he's using the manure from his cattle back to the farm, he will need also to know what are the nutrients that are in that manure and what are the nutrients that are missing in his field. So that when he's using the two, he knows where he's going. You can benefit from MEA service as follows. One, you can have your soils analyzed in the fields that you are growing your desmodia, your fodder crops, or other lucerne, for instance. All right. Once you have your soil analyzed and tested, we'll give you a blend that you'll use to grow your lucerne, for instance, or desmodia. That blend will make it for you from MEA. All right. After the soil analysis, it's a one-stop shop for all the farmers around. Those who've come here, they know the benefits of MEA, and they cannot go anywhere else. They believe in MEA, they believe in our services, they believe in what we do and what we offer. We are always there for our farmers. Those who give us calls, we go there. We meet them, we see what you have to do, where we need to correct. Those that have bought our fertilizers and they have issues with our fertilizers, we've gone to the field to rectify the issue. Na vile ulisema pia ni kutengenezea 23230 pia nikakutengenezea. Na hii ni certificate ya analysis kuonyesha kuwa hiyo mbolea unaenda kubeba hapa ni mbolea ambayo tumeiangalia kwa maabara yetu na yote iko sawa. Sasa wewe umekuwa mkulima hodari.
Mzuri.
Asante sana. And we just love it MEA. MEA laboratory is now accredited by a body called Kenya National Accreditation, KENAS, and we are now recognized internationally by all laboratories that do testing and calibration. So whatever you get from MEA, be it a soil test, be it a fertilizer test, that one is universally acceptable countrywide and worldwide by all testing laboratories. So you can be sure that whatever we give you, whatever certificate is issued by MEA laboratory, be it for fertilizer or soil analysis, it is approved and acceptable anywhere in the world. Now you farmer who is at home, and maybe you don't know exactly what I'm talking about MEA laboratory, what I can say is you need to use this facility for your own good, for a given reason. Whatever you're going to use, whatever you're going to put in that farm, unless you know what that farm lacks, unless you know what that plant needs for you to attain your maximum production, you will never, ever get the maximum yield from your farm. You need to visit MEA laboratories. We check your soil, we understand what it misses, we give you what it needs, and then you attain your maximum yield and you go to the bank smiling.